Hello and welcome back to Tales of Lumin. Today we're talking about Hearthstone on mobile phones. So yesterday, out of nowhere, the mobile phone version of Hearthstone came out. It's now out on iOS and Android. I think that you need an iPhone 4S or later, and you need an Android phone that runs on Android 4.0 or later with 1 gig of RAM. I don't know much about Androids. That's what I read on the website. I just wanted to see what the requirements were, if my old iPhone 4 could run it. Sadly, it can't. It can't run it. I'm going to talk about the performance of the game on an older phone in just a minute. First, I'm just going to go over this article on the official site with you guys, and I'll also just tell you that below you can find a trailer that'll show off what it looks like on mobile phones, because a lot's changed. It's not actually looking much like the desktop or the iPad version at all anymore. They squished everything up in a really strange way that actually works quite nicely. I'm surprised. I'm shocked by the fact that you can actually play it on a phone screen that is this big. Well, this small. It's impressive. It's not a lot of space. That is not a lot of space. And that's Neuropuppy over there. So handsome. But they made it work. They made it work. Now, in the article here, they also say that if you jump in on iOS or Android, iOS and Android, then you can get a free classic pack by just playing a game. So you can actually use an Android phone, play a game, get a pack, then log into a iOS phone, play a game, get a pack. Both work. So there's 2 free packs to get for yourself. You might even be able to get an emulator somewhere, because I know there's an emulator for the iPad version that'll help you get those free packs if you want them really badly. Then you can also jump on over to the Battle.net site, which will give you the minimum requirements, which I mentioned earlier. But, you know, they'll give you some more technical information there that I don't know much about. Overall, though, I think it's pretty impressive. You can find all the links below if you want to download it yourself for your phone. But I gave it a try on Helene's phone. She's got an iPhone 4S. Now, that is the absolute minimum for the iPhones. And it works. It does work, but it doesn't perform all that well. I wouldn't be able to play regularly on an iPhone 4S. I don't know if I'm assuming the iPhone 5s and higher run it like flawlessly. I mean, I think it must be such a dream playing it on an iPhone 6 or 6 Plus. 6 Plus must be great, because that's just the right size. It's not too small. It's definitely not too big, and it's still the phone interface, which I like quite a lot. A few things that I liked about it specifically was that they don't waste as much space with the game board. I'm busy opening the screenshot here. They've got your cards like bottom right, and then to actually use them, and this is a mistake, I guess you could call it, that Helene was making often while she was playing last night. She played a couple of the Blackrock Mountain bosses, and you have to actually tap on the cards, then they shift up to the middle of your screen, and then you can drag. So it's like a mix between tap in and dragging, which is a little weird to get used to. It really is, because if you play it on a tablet or iPad of any sort, then you just drag in the whole time. It's the same kinds of movements, except when you have to cast a battle cry, then everything grays out and your targets highlight, and then you just tap on them. But it's a little different on the iPhone. Somehow it works, though. When you tap on those cards, then your mana bar pops up on the side. There are some little overlaps that I'm not 100% happy with, but I think it looks great. And then everything else in the UI, like the menu stuff, the collection manager when you open packs, the store, all of that's been changed as well. I kind of like how the opening pack thing looks. It's really difficult to not spoil it for yourself when you open in card packs, though, because you have to like go through the cards one at a time. There's no circle. They actually come in a single file fashion. So you tap on them, it opens. You tap on the next one, it opens. It's kind of cool. It's well done. Again, they get to show you the full card in all its glory, nice and big. Because obviously if it was that circle with the cards and you had to tap on them like that, then the cards would be minuscule in there. And hey, overall it seems really, really playable. So you're going to be able to play Hearthstone anywhere now. That is, if you have a mobile phone that supports it. I want to hear from you guys what kind of phones you have, because, you know, they say here, okay, Android 4.0, 1 gig of RAM or later. I don't know what that means. So, like, the new Samsung Galaxies. By new, I mean the later versions. Do any of you have those? Have you tried it on there? How does it run? My father got a, I don't know, it's like a Galaxy S5 Grand. I think that's what it's called recently. Would it run on something like that? Maybe you can go play Hearthstone. I don't know. But I'd like to hear from you guys the real world playability of it. Because, you know, they'll always say, okay, it runs on there. But I can tell you right now, I wouldn't really want to play all that much on Helene's phone as it stands. Like, slightly low FPS, it loads quite long. I mean, that's a mix between our internet being bad and the phone just being a bit old. And then when big things happen, then obviously there's some freezing and even more FPS drop. Overall, you know, it's okay, it works. She said she's going to try and play like maybe one game a night. She doesn't play very much Hearthstone herself, and when she does, it's usually just to get to rank 20 for the card back, which is somehow against like a bunch of players with like full golden and full legendary decks. It's really weird. I don't understand it myself, but people are funny like that. Those people who only play till rank 20, for some reason have like all the cards. Anyway, she plays for a card back, she plays like, I don't know, a couple of games every now and then, and that's going to be fine for her. But hey, this is making it that I would even consider getting a new phone before I consider getting myself a new iPad. Well, a new iPad. He says, while not actually owning one in the first place. We don't have an iPad, we don't have a tablet or anything like that just yet. We wanted one for the longest period because I want to play other things as well. I want to play Bastion, I want to play Shadowrun Returns. I don't really want to play Baldur's Gate on it anymore because I've now got Pillars of Eternity, but, you know, those other games that are on iPads that are so fun, I'd like those. But the fact that it's now out, Hearthstone is now out on phones, makes me think that it could be a better choice going for, I don't know, a new iPhone, a new phone of any sort above getting a tablet, because generally you get more out of a new phone. You always have it with you as well, so you can just play anywhere. A tablet you don't always have with you. I mean, a tablet, I would probably get one that doesn't have cellular anyway, just because they're so much cheaper. So I don't know. Also, the camera on the phone is useful for me. Really, I love taking photos and, you know, good quality videos. Right up my alley. Kinda cool. But let me know if you've had any good or bad experiences with Hearthstone on phones. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can get it on iTunes, Google Play, or Amazon below. And then tell me, does it run well on your phone? What do you have? Old phone, new phone? I'm also interested. I mean, I said I wanted to hear what the older phone people had to say about it, but I want to know what it runs like on something like a 6 Plus, iPhone 6 Plus, or the newest Samsung Galaxy. I'd love to hear. Just in case I decide I want to shop for a phone at some point when I discover some money somewhere. But there you go. Let me know if you've had any experiences, good or bad, with it again. Leave those comments below. Give this one a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly, though, enjoy Hearthstone while at work, while in bed, while pooping. Just enjoy it. Seriously, I envy you. I envy you. You can beat down a face hunter while on the toilet. Wouldn't that just be the best experience ever? I think it would be. So let's just end it on that. There you go. Happy that.